started.
They even own the Kansas City Chiefs.
They own the Kansas City Chiefs.
Everybody owns the Kansas City.
Everybody owns.
There's a bit of trivia. Who's the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback?
I don't
Can't
know.
look it up either.
I don't know. I don't know who it is. I don't.
You just wear the hat.
Just wear the hat.
You wear the hat. Nice
Devon,
to-
you're still super quiet, man. Please do that
Swallow
while
that,
you
Mike.
talk. All
Swallow
right,
it.
here we go. Going live in 5,
Oh, we
Oh.
were live already.
3,
Patrick Mahomes.
2.
We've been making
Welcome
all
to
this
another episode of
content.
the Shut Up and Roll for Initiative. Whoa, what is going on?
They said we were going live.
Son of a...
Biscuit.
Devin, you got to fix your dice face. You got to fix it. You got to switch them. When you do.
Go consistent.
All right, here we go. Welcome to another episode of the Shut Up and Roll for Initiative podcast, a live play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign from the Shut Up and Respawn network. Find us at www.shutupandrespawn.com, join our Discord channel with the links provided on the website, and consider supporting us at patreon.com/SUARFI. Now it's time to shut up and roll for initiative.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Great. Now let's regroup, out of harm's way, and form a plan.
Die, hero. Were you live long enough to see yourself kill the villain?
Either we heal now as a team, or we will die.
Kira, it's time.
The day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we blitz all night.
Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.
Spears shall be shaken. Shields shall be splintered. A sword day. A red. When the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Shut Up and Roll for Initiative podcast, brought to you by the Shut Up and Respawn network. I'm Steve, one of the players. We're here with Devon. Michael is back with us. Devon is sick. He might bounce out for a little bit or fall asleep. And Barry here is going to DM for us. So glad to have you guys back. This is a super fun time. So we're going to kick this thing off with, I get pumped after the intro. So last episode, if you were not here, we had a run-in with a dragon. All right. The dragon almost nearly killed our paladin's shield, which seems to have been quite often. Shield takes a pretty big beating. Then we made our way to the man camp of Falcon the Ranger, which in my mind, like, Shield thought this was going to be just like a little hut out in the middle of nowhere where Rangers hang out. Turns out it's like this big giant enterprise that this guy has going on out there. We left there, made it over to the logging camp, going to try and figure out what's going on with the logs. And all of a sudden, Shield goes to investigate, and this giant creature pops out of the ground. So take it away from there, Barry.
As you step into the camp, bursting from the ground is this large, chitinous, massive creature comes lunging towards you. So everybody shut up and roll for initiative.
We're already going to shut up.
We are in the fight.
F.
A
That's
10.
a 3.
9.
Our initiative rolls are real good already.
What is this creature we're fighting?
It's just
It
this
looks
big,
like a tick.
multi-legged, and its torso, like the abdomen and the torso are raised up off the ground. The back part of it is resting on the ground, so it's up in the air and has these two large pinchers in its front legs and these big antenna and mandible mouth parts that are coming at you. So it's got like this
Nice.
like I don't know, it's got kind of a mantis looking feel to it as it's comes bursting out of the ground. What
It's
was
like a
your
mantis shrimp?
initiative, Shield?
I rolled a 3.
Ah. And Finn,
I rolled a 10.
everybody can see that, right?
Yep.
Looks like it.
Sweet. All right.
Real great rolls out of the gate.
So
Barry?
because you are surprised,
Surprise
Shield,
it.
you are going to skip a turn on this first round. But Finn,
I yelled,
You
by
are-
the trunk of my ancestors.
by Merlin's beard, Finn, a large, massive, tick-like creature has just descended upon your companion, and it is your turn.
All right. I am going to move.
Off of the map, apparently.
Right here to
I'm
the very
just gonna
bottom.
run away.
And
Is she like a
then,
warrior or something?
yeah, I'm long ranged.
Oh, long range. Yeah. Yeah, you're in Minas Tirith while everyone else is in Rivendell.
Hey-oh.
Over there. Let's.
What? What?
Do you not know
Come
what
on.
that means?
I can barely add right now.
All right. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Finn? Do it.
I want to use. Bill. Hail of
And it's a
Thorns.
voice spell too.
Hail of Thorns. Cast that, right? Because I have to cast that first.
Yeah,
You
it's
have to cast
bonus
it first.
action.
Okay. And my new feat, I'm going to use Sharpshooter. Right, so I take a -5 penalty. But if I hit, then I get plus.
Nice.
Going to try and
Some
attack
damage.
with my longbow. And I miss.
What did you roll?
I rolled a
You
4
ro-
plus 8, which is 12 minus 5.
Yeah, unfortunately it flies right over the top of its head.
Like, don't you worry, that was a warning shot. Better not touch that guy or do.
All right.
It's right in front of you. How could
that all
you
you can do?
miss?
Miss.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But at least you
All
don't
right,
lose your spell. So your spell will stick around until you hit the next time. So
Okay.
Alright.
In order for me, why can't I grab him? Select. I can't grab my guy.
Oops.
Did you just
Ignore that.
set me on fire?
Ignore that.
I'm going to. I just have to move. Come on.
Hold on.
I need to move slightly
hold on.
forward.
Now you can do it. Now you can do
just
it.
just to get into range. Oh, look at that. I'm in range. What do you got? We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I'm in within my 30 feet range. I am a weapon master with my crossbow, and I am going to see if I can aim a bolt at the base of his dome and try to paralyze him. Is what
Okay.
I'm going to try to do. And because I'm proficient, I have a +2 bonus. And what is that +2? Is that added on the attack roll or the damage
To
roll?
hit.
It's to hit. Okay. Let's see. And so to hit, I'm rolling +6. So I'm rolling +8 to, or I'm rolling +8 to hit. And that'll be 18 + 8.
That's definitely
Nice.
gonna hit.
And
Are you firing 2 at a time, or is this a single?
so I do fire 2 at a time with my crossbow.
Correct.
Right? Pop, pop.
Yep.
And so my damage is 1d6 + 4, and I'm firing 2 of those. 1d6 + 4. So here's the first one. Oh boy, that's not very good. So that's the first one is 6. And the second one is 9. 6 and 9.
Okay. The bolts are able to find their way and make a really solid hit as they kind of actually etch into the spaces between the very natural armor that this thing has, and they embed themselves very deeply, to the fletches, and just kind of almost disappear completely under the base of its head. It does not die, but it is surprised and is enraged as it
Did
is
it-
attacked from behind.
Did it paralyze it? Did it cut any spinal cord?
It did not.
functions?
It did
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Unless you have some kind of
see.
ability that can specifically.
No, it's not.
Ask
It's. I mean,
Donna.
that was my intent. That was my target. But it's all right.
Gotcha.
But I also think it's been a while since I've played. But don't I also have a bonus?
Well, get
I
your.
don't think I'm looking, and I don't think I have a bonus attack or anything.
You should have a sneak attack because I'm engaged with it, or you should have advantage.
Advantage, right?
You
but-
have advantage. You hit that first. So
That first one hit though. So
what you
I mean,
should
the only
do
thing
is
it would've done is
yeah, because what we've decided with your magical crossbow is you're rolling one time to hit, but it fires 2 bolts.
okay.
Okay, that makes sense. It
It does.
is engaged, so you're gonna do sneak attack damage now. Because
And
you did, first it was a 9 and what? 9 and what?
9 and 6.
Okay.
9 and 6, and then the sneak attack damage is. Remind me what it is again.
Look, it's 2.
Let me check.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up your
Strike,
sheet.
bonus, cunning, spells, other. Okay, so sneak attack, an extra 2d6,
Yeah, so it's 2d6.
and that's a 1 plus 5 is 6.
Okay. Yeah, so because it was engaged with shield, had no idea you were behind it. You landed a very solid blow at a chink in its natural armor, and it is, I mean, shield. You almost see like the points of those bolts coming out of the front of its face.
All right. So that's my turn.
Okay. The near mindless creature, not fully recognizing where the attack came from, but does recognize obviously that it's been impaled, it's feeling pain, it is enraged, and is going to rear its nasty mandibles and come right down at Shield and attempt to latch onto his face. Oh, so an 18, I'm assuming hits.
An 18 does hit, yes, but I am feeling lucky. So I think you have to re-roll. So I think when I use a luck, I think I actually roll it, and let me see if we use.
Is that
mine
your
or
feet?
yours.
Yeah, look at your feet, because I think that's
Yeah.
a luck that
Yeah,
you
that's
re-roll.
that's what I read.
So-
So Steve rolls, and then you get to choose which one.
You choose. So you choose one. Yep. So or when an attack dice made. So I'm gonna roll 1, and you roll an 11.
So the 11 was the roll.
Yeah, 11 is what I rolled.
So a total of 16
Yeah, that does not hit.
is not going to hit.
Haha, lucky.
Okay, yeah. So the mandibles make a really, terrifying snapping noise as they come crunching down right by your large ear, but do not attach themselves to your face. And then it is now your turn.
All right, so Shield is gonna
Thought he got skipped.
take you. You got skipped? No, you're next. I haven't gone yet.
I know you got skipped the first.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. You
it
do
was my-
get skipped.
Oh, I was surprised the whole round. Okay,
Well, you haven't even gone yet. This would have been your first time to go.
right, that's fine.
Okay. So Fen, Shield with a wide-eyed look on his face, barely avoids getting bitten by this thing.
Just hold on. Stay alive.
Stay alive.
Thought you were blind. Aim higher.
Shoot her.
Okay.
Shoot her.
So I'm going to attack with use my same feat. Like, can I just keep using that feat every time, or
So the
It
feet
should-
is
It
feats
should
are
have a
are
duration.
says
be-
before you make
yeah,
an attack with a ranged weapon you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll.
right, but that is hold on. Let me clarify.
Sounds like
but
you can
feet-
choose every time.
You can, yeah.
Anytime I'm
As I-
doing a ranged
As
attack.
I read it, you could.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Hold on. I honestly thought feats were once per.
Return.
I think they all vary.
Yeah, each will say like how often you can use it. So as long as it doesn't say, you know,
Because all it says is
Yeah.
before you make an attack with a.
cool,
I just
Yep.
have to choose if I want to use it. And
correct.
bad purple dice. Down.
Oh man.
Dead. -5, 11.
It's not gonna hit.
I'll be like, I'll get there eventually,
Yep.
Shield. Don't you worry.
Your arrows are
Warming up.
flying very errantly for some reason. You
Do
can't figure out.
you-
Maybe it's
Stretch the
maybe it's
shoulder.
the fever you've been experiencing, but the
It
arrows
is
just
the
don't
fever.
seem to fly true right now.
Got a fever
So
from
not-
that last place.
Not to spammy this or anything, but Devin, don't you also get a proficiency bonus to those?
Those are added, I
That's
think, already, aren't
added
they?
with my plus.
They're added already. Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
No worries. That's all I.
Barrick,
All right.
you
Same
see,
thing.
you see his arrows flying frantically.
So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna shoot him. I just totally forgot what I was doing. I'm gonna shoot
You're
him.
gonna shoot the thing.
I'm gonna shoot the thing. So I've got dice +8 to hit.
Roll your d20.
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh no, I thought that was a 2. Huh? It's a 7 + 8. That's
Which is
15.
what?
15.
15. So the bolts, as they're heading towards him, because he's kind of bobbing and weaving and lunging for shield, they just whistle right over the top of his head.
Oh man, I missed. Damn.
A 16 missed?
He only got 15.
15.
Oh, 15 missed. Gotcha.
Oh, wait. 15. Sorry, you do hit.
That's what I thought.
That's what you thought. Okay.
But
So
the
no,
guy
they
with
do not
fever's here
whistle
for-
over the top of his head. They bore into the back of his head.
All right, and here's my 2d6 +4 damage for each bolt. So there's 10 and 7.
That's some
10.
damage.
10 and 7, and then also my because I still get sneak attack, right?
Yep.
You think I would know this? And it's
2D,
another
yeah.
another 2d6.
2d6. Yep.
7.
As that last bolt sinks into the base of its skull, you finally hit the mark where it just seems to hit or sever some kind of connective tissue between his brain and the rest of his body. It shudders and then just collapses, falling flat dead on the ground.
Shield lifts up its shield
job.
and smashes its head just to make sure.
Good job.
The head explodes in a very satisfying crunch,
I don't care what Shield says about you. You're a good guy.
covering you with ichor and goo.
Shield, are you okay?
I'm fine. It came up from the ground. I was not expecting this. I was expecting orcs, but these things, I don't even know what these are. Can
You
I
need
do
healing?
Anything to
Can I
loot?
do like a history?
You
Can
can
I
do a
do, like,
knowledge
a history
nature.
check?
You can do a knowledge
check?
nature.
Let's see. Nature check. I've got a +1 in nature. That is a critical fail. That's a 1.
Yeah, as far as you know, it's just a really big bug. It's a big bug.
What about
I've never
vibe?
seen bugs this size.
So it has
bugs
to be
get bigger
nature.
around
It can't
here.
be like perception or.
It would be
History?
a nature check to know what the thing is actually called.
I've never seen bugs this size. Back home we had bugs, but they were under the bed. They were bed bugs. This is like a giant house
Just
bug.
as difficult to deal with.
I suggest
Um,
we step lightly.
So
Good
I'm
luck.
noticing some tents around our area. Should we check for bodies?
Camping. Can we check for bodies?
Yeah,
Do an
you can. So you
investigation.
can do if you want to. You can do.
Before you move on there, Fen, how about you come back? Hey, Shield, why don't you just, since you have probably the loudest voice of us, will you just give a call to see if anybody's around?
Shield yells out, "Ho there!"
Keep your hoe there.
You don't hear anything in response to that.
When I walked close, it popped out of the ground. I don't know if they can sense vibrations coming from the ground, but I suggest we walk quietly, not quickly, or we can just throw this giant log around and see if that will
Anything
attack
else
them.
pops up?
Yeah. So I'm going to pick up this log over here. Okay. And I am going to throw it.
Okay. Which
I
direction are
want-
you going to throw it?
I'm gonna throw it to the north as far as I can.
Okay. It's a pretty heavy log. It's a good
A
5,
strength
15
check?
foot, almost 20 foot. Yeah. Do a strength, and let's see first of all if you were successful at picking it up and throwing it.
I have 17 strength. That's an 8.
An 8 total.
So it's 8. So I have 8 plus 3 on my. So it says strength plus 3. Is that part of my modifier?
So whatever your +3 to strength is, whatever your bonus to strength is, what you're going to add to your d20.
So 11.
So 11. So it's kind of, as you pick it up, it's a little slippery and moist under from just being stuck in the ground. So as you go to throw it, it just kind of gets awkward and just kind of makes that very hollow thudding sound as it kind of bounces and rolls off the other 2 logs, rolls over and just kind of boom, lands in front of the northernmost tent.
Ah,
It
it's a
didn't even
game,
make
huh?
it past the 2 logs? Oh my goodness.
Let me give it a shot,
You
Shield. Show you how I was pretty good at tossing logs. My home.
be my guest.
Village. Keepers.
I was at 14.
So 14.
Yeah.
It's a pretty heavy log. You're able to pick it up. So you're gonna have to actually be right here because the log landed up here, right? So if you pick it up, and you're trying to, which direction are you throwing it?
I'll just try and throw it north still.
Okay, so it goes about 5-10 feet, and it's awkward. It's a huge log,
What
and
she
it
said.
just kind of boop, boop, just kind of thumps on the ground.
So yes.
Ah,
Well done. It doesn't seem like there's
Still got
anything
it.
near these tents. If you want to check out the tents, I'll walk up north.
have our rogue check him out. Stealthy.
He doesn't have much weight. I don't know if he'd be able to trigger things under the ground. So I'm just gonna walk up here to right there. If you guys want to investigate those tents.
I am just gonna do just a quick kind of peek inside just to see what I see. Is that perception, Bray?
So you're gonna do an investigation.
Okay.
Yep. And
Find-
which tents do you want to investigate?
Just all of them in general. Do you want me to go one at a time?
Just roll. If you're gonna roll a general investigation check, just do 1 for the whole camp.
Okay. Okay. So that's nat 20 plus 6.
Dang. Okay, so nothing goes unnoticed by you. You can tell that there are. So go ahead and, because you got such a good investigation check, roll me a perception check.
Perception, okay.
Uh-huh.
This one is gonna be plus 6 also. 4 plus 6.
Okay. Well, so with your investigation, and because what you noticed with the previous creature you entangled with, you can kind of tell that the ground between these 2 tents doesn't look quite normal. And in fact, you're pretty good at steering clear from it. You just get an uneasy feeling about this area in general. The tents themselves, don't really hold anything of import. It's all discarded clothing, bedrolls, blankets, a couple of straw pillows. Nothing extremely valuable at all, but definitely very recently abandoned, and a lot of stuff left behind that you normally would not have left behind.
Shield and Fen, I think there's something between these two tents. You guys want to gather on me? I think we've got another skirmish in our midst.
All right, so I'm gonna
Let's
walk down
come
there.
up with a plan.
I can throw
I'm gonna
a
stay
log
right
at
over
it.
here. and bang at it.
Let's not. So Shield, don't get too far up. Um,
The other one wasn't so tough. You guys you dispatched it quickly.
one of us did. Is this something that
True.
that we even want to mess with? Should we go
course
on? What do
we-
you guys think?
If people come
That's how
back
we
to
get
this
stronger
area,
as adventurers.
if we come back, if we leave it here and people come back, we don't want them to be surprised by the creatures.
I understand. Are we all?
Yeah, the camp, the Phandalin relies on the camp for its, for the material it provides, and it's currently abandoned because of, well, what's going on.
I pick up this log and I throw it right at that space that Barrick points out.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
That is a 15 plus 3. That is 18.
18. Nice. So it lands very unceremoniously right between those two tents, and as it does, just out of the ground, this thing comes lurching for it, grabs onto the log, is starting to like chew and munch on it to investigate what it is, realizes it's not food, and just kind of flings it to the side. And let's roll initiative again.
Got a natural
Aha!
20.
I got a natural 10.
Nice.
17 plus 3.
Man, you
Also a
guys.
20. Also a 20. What is this
Some of
guy
you guys
need?
roll so good.
Hot chop.
I
Just want
Didn't
to
got me.
hit something.
took 2 weeks off, so I think
All
that's-
right, so between the two of you that got a 20 was Barrick and Finn.
Mine's
Correct.
natural. But I got 24 then. I didn't add my initiative. I got 24.
Well, 24 is is your total. And Barrick is 20. And what
Except I
was
don't think
Shield? 10?
Yeah, mine was 10. Natural 20s don't do anything on initiative, right?
no, because
No, it's I mean nothing. It's just a nice roll.
I don't
Okay,
think
Barrick.
Where's this creature? I don't see it.
he's right there, in between the tents.
you
Between
might
the
be
tents,
you might be too
might be a
far
little
away
far north.
hiding.
I just had to scroll down a little bit.
using
One too
your
many.
ranged abilities.
Yeah, so you see it come up between the tents. It is pissed off that what landed on it wasn't food, and it's glaring in the direction of the moving things.
Right.
Gave Mike's character my points.
Yep.
Oh, you are right. That is wrong.
Right, Finn. Let's get a good shot this time, huh? Get him.
Do what I can.
I know, but
Okay, if right now where it is between the tents, you're gonna have a disadvantage because it's obscuring the lower half of its body. The tents.
is that for everybody?
Yeah, if you're gonna try to shoot at it from from an angle that that the tents are in the way, it's basically they're high enough that
Right.
you're kind of missing the lower half of its body.
So I
Word.
moved down 35 steps. I can clearly.
Okay.
And I am going to attack. No spell. I'm going to use.
Try to hit with his feet.
You got to get him at least once.
Sharpshooter.
Law of averages says you will.
12 plus 3.
You did hit with a 15.
Did I hit? Sweet. All right. So
Yeah, it cuts into its hindquarters there, or its thorax, whatever they're called on bugs.
okay. So let's see. Got 9 plus 10. That's 19.
Dang. Yeah, your arrow
Pretty good bow.
digs itself deeply into its body.
Getting warmed up, you guys. Don't worry.
All right, Beric.
Now, Steve threw this big long log out of the way, so that's not going to impede my
The
line
log
of
is
sight, right?
the log is not an
Perfect.
obstruction for your
Okay.
movement.
Okay.
He
Current
is short though.
ranged attack for you would not have advantage or sneak attack.
I don't have sneaker advantage because it sees me. It knows that I'm
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to fire my super duper crossbow.
Mhm.
And again, because the latest feat I chose gave me proficiency. So I'm rolling d20 plus 8. That is a 10 plus 8, 18.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. And now I'm rolling my damage, which is going to be 2d6 plus 4 per bolt. So that's 4 and 1. So that'll be 8 and 5. And that is my third shot with my crossbow this encounter, or these series of encounters.
Crap.
So do I need to roll to see if my crossbow stays intact?
Yes, you do.
Okay, and that's just a d20, right?
It's a d20,
Okay. And I rolled a 17.
and you're good.
Woo!
Hold on,
You
I
guys
just
have
lost.
high modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I chose the wrong feat.
I just hope I'm reading them right. I'm just like, I hope I'm not double adding numbers or
Well,
adding numbers that don't
because
exist.
each bolt does. What does each bolt do damage wise?
Each bolt does 1d6 plus 4.
1d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Sounds high.
Could that be
So
total?
Hold on. Let me look at your sheet real quick.
Okay.
That seems high.
you made the item.
I know I did.
But maybe
D6.
Barry,
It's 1d6 plus 4. So,
per bolt.
oh,
See,
per
and
bolt.
that-
I see what you're saying. So you're just
but-
rolling both bolts at the same time.
Yeah. Now, does that mean per bolt, or does that mean per shot? Each shot being 2 bolts.
For bolt.
Some heavy damage. That's some heavy damage with the bolt.
Let's see. What does a normal crossbow do? Let's
Oh,
find out.
that's your regular. I mean, we're just giving him 2 bolts. So I mean, that's the regular straight from the, magical item crossbow thing. It's nothing that we've added. It's just we've allowed him to fire 2 rounds. So you're gonna roll each bolt like individually.
Oh, don't roll them together.
Right.
Okay. Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So there's 3 plus 4, 7, and 6 plus 4, 10. So 17.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Wow.
Mm-mm.
But your second roll was 17.
No, it's total damage.
Total.
Total,
So
total
it's
for the
7
two.
and then 10. So
Yeah. So I'm
Okay,
still
I
just
got you, I
adding
got
up. I'm still just adding it all together.
Yeah, I gotcha. Anyway, yeah.
But when you roll to hit, you're rolling 2 d20s.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm rolling 1 d20 to hit.
Yeah,
should
we give
probably
it
roll
to.
2.
We should probably roll 2. We should probably roll each shot should be a d20 to hit, but we'll do that from
Okay.
here on out.
Okay,
Let's do the first
word.
time. But that being the case, both bolts slice into like the main eyes in the front of this thing's face. It screeches and screams as it's being partially blinded by the bolts that have just lodged themselves into its face.
excellent shot.
Shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get to do something.
I don't care what Shield said
So-
about you. You can shoot.
So Shield takes his shield, the Hand of Torm, and he throws it. He just launches it at the beast as a ranged
Okay.
attack.
Okay.
So that is, let's see. That is a 8 plus 5. That is a 13.
That is just going to miss.
Son of a-
It's just gonna miss. The, the, the shield just whiffs right past its head.
So as I throw it and it misses, I am able to call it back through the
You are.
power of my god, and it bounces back to me, and I catch it.
It does. It kind of does a nice, cool little arcing little without it since it doesn't land on anything. It just kind of catches the air and comes right back to your elephant-like
So
hand.
the on my shield, there's the hand of Torum on it, right? So it's got
Uh-huh.
5 fingers. So then, as it comes back to me, then it puts 1 finger down. So there's only 4 fingers up now. So.
Woohoo!
I thought I was gonna make a completely different
I thought it
gesture.
was- Yeah, I thought it was gonna
Well,
make
when there's one left, it might, but and that's my turn. It's wasted it. Dang it.
That would have been cool.
All right.
Still
The
gotta do something.
the enraged creature, infuriated to have a couple of its eyes popped out, rears back its head and its mandibles part, and this stream of green ichor comes flying towards the two of you.
Awesome.
Give me both of you give me a dexterity save.
Oh. I rolled a 4, but shield is also feeling lucky again, so I'm going to re-roll that. I rolled a 15.
15 total, okay,
I rolled 4 plus 3.
which is a 7.
It is the
Not as
Okay.
lucky.
It's okay.
Jump in
So
front of me, shield. Jump in front of me.
shield, unfortunately, shield dodges the other direction and doesn't protect you. You're gonna take half damage, shield, which is gonna be uno, dos, tres. You're gonna take 5 acid damage, shield,
Okay.
and Barrick, you're gonna take it straight to the face like Joker,
Oh no.
and you're gonna
But
take 8 acid
8?
damage. Mm-hmm.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Can't believe you jumped out of the way. If I was over there, I would have jumped in front of it for you.
Your skin begins to burn, and the clothing, where the acid touches is starting to get hot and corrode, and it's just all acidic up in there.
You're gonna need a bath after this.
We're right by the river.
Woohoo!
It is going to then come forward,
Oh, bam.
and it is now Fenn's turn.
All right. I move up here. Get a clear shot at him. I am going to use my feet. See how it works.
Oh my gosh. Just shoot it normal.
I would have missed it even if I shot a normal.
Oh, what did you roll?
Dang,
6 plus 8.
not enough.
Can't hit all your shots, I guess.
Can't
Yep.
hit them all. I'm gonna catch them all like Pokemon. Let me see
Okay.
my bonus action.
Is that all we're doing, Fenn?
Let me look here.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I'm doing.
Okay, Barrick. This thing is up in your face.
Okay.
Yell out. Good luck.
I'm going to use my short sword.
Mhm.
And I am going to stab him, obviously. So what else can I do, right?
Point the end goes into the other men.
Exactly. So this
Bonus
is
action,
plus.
disengage.
So I'm going to do that after.
What's
So
that?
I have a bonus action. So I'm gonna stabby him, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to
Stabby, stab.
disengage and get away.
Okay.
So
Stabby.
You could.
well, no, you're right, Steve. I could bonus action now and use my crossbow
You
again.
could bonus action shooty.
How do you mean shooty?
Bonus action.
Oh, you
get
just
away.
bonus action, then take your shots with your crossbow.
Yeah.
And you get 2 shots.
No,
with
I understand. So I think if I'm reading this right, I can attack with my short sword.
You-
Use a bonus action to disengage, and then since I have 2 weapon fighting, then I can shooty.
2 weapon
Am I-
fighting would be
am I
2
reading
melee
that?
weapons. 2
Oh,
melee.
2 melee.
weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then let me go ahead and disengage now then, and I'll use my crossbow because it seems to be
Okay.
doing all the damage. So
You go ahead and disengage.
I'm going to disengage. I'm going to back up. Get out of here. And then I'm going
Get up,
to see
back
1,
it
2,
in.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then I'm going to shooty. So here's the first one. This is D20 plus 8. And that is 3 plus 8. That one, first one misses, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's a miss.
And then the second one, 18 plus 8.
That's definitely gonna hit.
Yep. And so I just get to roll with 1. So this is 1d6 plus 4. That was a terrible roll. So that was 5 total.
It impales itself directly between the two major eyes, and it just slumps over dead.
Hey,
You
good job.
Shield raises his shield and smashes its head.
Did we get any loot from that one either?
It explodes again all over Shield. Shield is now covered in acid and ichor.
Yeah, what'd you do that for, Shield?
You gotta make sure they're dead. You never know. I mean, I don't even know. I've never seen one of these things. It could have its brain and some other part of its body.
Companions, I need some acid reduction. I've got some acid reflux going on. I need
Go rub your face in the grass. You'll be all right.
something. What do I have that will heal me? Do I have any
Did you say
healing?
rub your face in the grass?
Yeah.
I can
Did.
heal you.
He
So
did.
I say, come over here, Barrick.
All right.
Get over here.
I'm gonna walk over to Shield. What do you got for me, Shield? Help
I
me.
lay my trunk on your head and I kind of like ruffle your raccoon ears, and I give you 8 points of health from laying on hands.
I can dig it. I appreciate you, kind sir.
You need more healing, or are you healed all the way?
So that got me all the way, Shield. I appreciate you. That was a battle, to say the least. We must tread carefully as we explore the northern part of this camp.
I say you two are making quick work with your arrows. Fine work. Fine way you handle your bows.
One of us is.
Yeah, I did 19 damage. Don't pretend like I didn't. Got acid
So
on
Shield is
you.
gonna walk up here to this other camp.
Before you go up there, Shield, let me poke around to see if there's something that at least maybe I can see if there's anything that's gonna spring us. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do another. So you want investigation or do you want perception?
Investigation. Yep, investigation.
So I'm gonna do an investigation. 12 plus 6, 18.
You find the exact same thing in this camp. It looks again like in a rush, it was abandoned. People left a lot of things behind that you probably would have taken, if you had more time to go. There's no valuables that have been left, but definitely just a few throwaway items that, conveniences, those kind of things that are still there. The tents are, they're not run down by any means. I mean, they're up and taut and ready to be used, and just looks like people have gone. You don't notice anything in the ground around here that would indicate anything like what you came across before.
Friends, I think the worst is behind us. Check the tents. I don't think anything is here. We should be fine. Check the tent, see if there's anything that you can scrounge, anything left behind. It doesn't seem like there's much here. Maybe you can find a ration or two. I am actually going to not jump, but I'm gonna wash my clothing off in this river for a bit while you guys.
Get washed
Shout
away.
out Finn. I say Finn.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell where the wagon tracks? Which way do they head? Are they leaving? Are they going? Which direction do they flee?
I don't know. Let's leave it.
Do a survival check.
You're a
Survival.
ranger.
I'll be right back, guys.
Got 22.
22. So it looks like the wagons that were loaded up and hitched have peeled off in all directions. So it looks like it was not very much an organized march, so much it was just a complete abandonment and running away. People have headed back towards Falcons area. People have headed back towards Neverwinter to get back on the Tribal Trail. There's not a very organized look to the escape that was made.
Yeah. Did you get all that, Shield?
Do you think they were running from these giant bug creatures?
That's my guess.
You think there's only two? Should we check out the house?
Now there's probably more. Let's go look around while.
All right. I am going to come over to the house. Click. And I am going to open the door.
Do we get? Is that enough experience from fighting those two? Level up or anything?
Not yet. Okay,
There's
so
a
you open,
house.
Shield, you
Where
open
is
the door.
this house? There we go.
Over to the left.
Okay.
And it's very much an empty, abandoned space. There's nothing. And the second you step right there,
You die.
Bring all the traps.
Didn't even check for traps when you opened up the door.
Second you step right there.
I should have learned when you grabbed that stupid gem.
Oh my gosh, Steven.
bursting forth out of the floorboards and out of the ground. Give me a dexterity save.
Ride him.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay, so you're gonna go tumbling backwards a little bit.
Okay.
And you are now prone and surprised.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
This thing is gonna take it's a nice little chomp at you. Oh, it's gonna miss though.
I
Good.
think there's one
So-
inside that house. Bring it outside so we can attack it.
Okay, everybody roll initiative again.
7.
Oh my
Nat
gosh,
20.
6. I will roll a good roll this game someday. But it is not this day.
I mean, initiative is, turn order, right? So
No, initiative is important,
Important. It really
especially
pisses
for
me
the
off.
tank.
Yeah.
Go first every.
What'd you get, Eric?
Oh, it's like,
Nat 20.
Huh?
Nat 20.
What? This guy.
So 20 plus. What's your initiative?
3.
Okay,
And
Barrick,
get-
you
get
hear
20.
you hear Shield just go clattering against the walls. You hear the same sound of the that you heard previously of this creature. You know that something is going down in that house.
It was deliberate. It was deliberate.
Did our clumsy elephant friend fall over?
Oh man. Shield, I want to do something to help you out, but all of my
Light the house
Oh,
on
this-
fire.
all the spells I have aren't going to do anything.
Start a fire on the house.
So this is the door here. This is the door.
That is the door. That is the door.
Okay. So if I kind of move right here, do I have LOS to his face?
You do that. You can see it with the door the door is kind of hanging agape, right? So it hasn't latched itself completely shut, but the door that he's opened is, we'll say it's mostly open.
Okay. So I'm going to use my crossbow again, and I'm going
Mhm.
to aim for his face and see if I can. So the last attack, and I don't know if I need to tell you all this, but the last attack got us with whatever he shot from. Did it come from his mouth? Was it like acid from his mouth?
It was. Absolutely was.
So I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to try to disable that by shooting him in the mouth. If
Okay.
that
So you're
gives
gonna
even a thing.
have advantage on this because it's engaged with Shield.
Gauge
Right.
on a juicy elephant
Yeah.
snack.
So if it, I'm sure there's other feats where you can like say I'm gonna call a specific shot, but it's gonna depend on the
but
kind
not
of
what I have.
Yeah, nothing
Okay.
you currently have.
Okay, I was just checking. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's my first bolt. It is a 7 plus 8.
That's gonna hit.
15. Second bolt.
Roll damage on your first bolt.
Oh, first part. Okay, sorry. Damage. So D6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. And since I have surprise, another 2d6, right?
Correct.
Another 2d6. And that's going to give me
I
5.
sense a nerf coming on.
So 10 plus 5, 15. 15 from one bolt.
That's fine. Okay.
The creature
So
pulls out a Nerf
use
bat.
use your sneak attack damage with the first bolt, basically. So you won't have your sneak attack damage with the second bolt.
Okay. Really?
Wow,
It
the Nerf
knows you're
bat was
there
very
now.
good.
No, but yeah.
Hey,
Sneak attack damage
Bungie.
for every bolt
How's
last
it going?
time,
I
right?
didn't know Barry was Bungie. We're having a good time with this weapon. Nerf.
You did the sneak attack damage at the end of both bolts last time, right?
Correct. It was still only applied once. Yeah.
Right. It was only applied once.
Right. Okay. So second bolt.
Yeah.
15 plus 8 damage.
That should
23.
hit, yeah.
See, damage is going to be 1d6 plus 4. 10.
What the heck?
Oh, how the
Okay,
tables have turned.
So you're right,
Well,
Barry. So sneak attack is once per turn. You deal an extra 1d6. It's an
Right,
extra
yeah.
1d6. So
Not 2d6.
No, it tells me
well,
2d6.
it's 2d6 but,
For
based
his
on
current-
level. So it starts
At his
1d6,
current
so-
level, it's 2d6.
Okay.
but it's only once per turn. So
I know.
Once per turn, you can deal an extra
All right.
2d6 damage.
The bolts like rip through the side of this thing's head, and even Shield notices the head just kind of jolt twice in rapid fashion as they embed themselves in it. Okay.
Is it still alive?
Oh, it's alive.
Off.
Again,
Live.
these creatures, not understanding that the thing in front of it wasn't what attacked it, but feeling pain and anguish being attacked, is going to light upon the foe in front of it that it tried to kill earlier. Oh, and does a natural 18 hit? A natural 18 does hit.
It does, yes. My AC 18. But you have to roll again because I'm feeling lucky.
What? Oh, man. This lucky thing.
So if it matches
rolled an
your
You want me to roll
armor,
again? Or you re-roll it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
get to roll your die roll, then I get to pick which one to use, and you rolled an 8. So
I rolled an 8. Dang it.
Loser.
so in order for you to hit, it has to be above our armor class, right? Or is it equal to or above?
Equal to or above. Yeah.
yeah, so he would have hit me with an 18.
Yeah.
But I'm like John 117 here. I'm lucky.
Okay, yeah, no, it's
Just
man
aren't super lethal,
clamp down on
hyper
the
lethal.
air. Okay, Finn, you're seeing a ruckus and hearing a ruckus, and you can see Shield shooting bolts into through the door. Or not
Right.
Shield, but Barrack.
Eric, you got this?
I'm
It looks
sure
like there's some
you're-
fish in this river. All right, I'm fine. I'll come down. Feet, but that's as far as I can go. I can't.
Nope.
I was like, looks like Shield might be getting his butt kicked in there. I don't know. I can shoot a Finn or Shield. Shoot it myself.
No.
Play the game
you
where I
stay
shoot it
back
in the
there.
air and see where it lands. Is that-
Use your ranged weapon. You stay back
Yeah.
there.
You can dash. You can dash.
You have no line. Yeah, you could dash to get like closer and just use like double movement, and you wouldn't have an action, which you wouldn't anyway. So that's
Yep.
something you could do.
I'm
It
just
would at
gonna
least
hang
get
out
you
because I
closer
don't.
in one turn.
I don't need to move anywhere because I can just. I'm good.
Okay. Shield.
All right, I am going to stand up. Use my action to stand up.
Uh-huh.
Or use my bonus action to stand up. I guess I don't. I could just stand up and it just has my movement, right?
Yep. You have to stand up and have movement.
All right, I am going to attack this creature. I'm going to lift my shield above my head and I'm going to bring it back down on its head because it's how I killed the other two.
That's how you killed the other two.
I think you're mistaken.
And that is a 6 plus 5. That is an 11.
You bounce your shield off of its front leg as it's coming at you too, and they kind of cancel each other out, the force of both blows, and there's just a solid stalemate as they come together.
All right, and that is my turn. My mighty
Okay.
attack.
Barrack.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Wrap it up,
Because
Puzzle Doll.
Because that's what I do. First bolt. 12
With
plus
advantage.
8. With advantage. 12 plus 8.
Gosh.
That's gonna hit.
That's going to hit. And
Doesn't
then
even need advantage.
I get 1d6 plus 4. So that's going to be 5. And then
Plus 2d6.
plus 2d6.
Why does he get surprised? He's already hit him. He shouldn't be surprised anymore.
I guess it would be once per turn. Well, but then
He gets
Then
it
we-
once per turn, just
but
because
then-
I'm in melee combat with him.
Yeah, as long as he's
Yeah.
engaged, you got sneak attack.
yeah, I don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. So
Roll,
So here's
roll another
2d
d20 while you're at it for damage.
so that'll be 11
Oh my
To hit?
to no that's
that's
my
damage.
that's my 2d6. That's my
Oh, that's your
that's my
2d6.
sneak attack 2d6. 11.
Okay.
So
Plus
that
what
so
your other
total
damage.
Shield,
11 plus 5 so that's
Shield.
16 total.
as you're pressing against the strength of this creature with its front leg, after landing that pretty solid blow that would have done some good damage if you had actually hit it in a vulnerable spot. But as you're pushing, suddenly you are just running this thing back to the back of the wall. And just you both just smash back in there because its life force has completely left it as the bolt passes completely through its cranium out the other side, ending its life.
I smash its head with my shield.
Is there any loot from that one?
It's a bug. It's a bug, Fen. I don't think
Doesn't
they
matter.
carry money.
They don't need money. They could have scales, poisons.
Barrack
Where you
rushes
been?
in. Shield,
Yeah, in the world.
are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Look at this. It's dead. I killed another one.
Good for you. That's 3 that you've killed all by yourself.
Well, it's not getting back up, at least. Better safe than sorry. I kicked this door open. There might be another one behind here. Be ready. I kicked this door open.
Be careful, please. Be
Okay.
careful.
Clearly,
already
somebody in
started
there.
You kick the door open and quivering in the corner, just hand over his head and just shaking near uncontrollably is a man in what looks like woodcutter's garb, and he as you smash the door open, he just he doesn't say anything, but he is terrified.
So I'm not a bug. Bugs are dead. I think they're all dead. There was 3 of them. Did you see more?
Well,
What are you doing in here?
When he
Speak,
hears
man.
when he hears your voice, he turns around slowly and kind of collapses on all fours and says, "Oh, did you? They're all gone?
How many were there?
Well, I don't know. I just the ones that
Okay.
I've seen.
Then maybe. Barrick, maybe you should check out the rest of the camp.
How many have you dispatched?
7.
We've encountered
7. Well, they keep coming back. It doesn't seem to matter how many we get rid of. They just keep coming back.
Need to find the nest.
What
Where
is
is
your name, sir?
Where is everybody? Where's everybody gone?
I'm Tibber.
Tibber,
Tibber?
I'm Barrack. This is my companion Shield.
Well met.
Well met. How are you physically? Are you okay?
I've had myself boarded up in here, and I'm not worse for wear, but I barely made it in here without falling prey to those foul things. But I can't say the same for most of my camp. We've lost about seven good men were lost, and the rest have finally just fled. I don't know if you noticed the another cabin was completely destroyed, and we're doing our well. There's no one here now to do anything.
We did notice that there was a hastily retreat. Come outside with us and let's see what we got going on.
I don't know if I want to go outside.
I'm gonna persuade him to come outside.
The ground doesn't seem safe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna still persuade you to come outside.
Okay, so go ahead and roll persuasion.
Yep. I actually have. That's just odd. I have a +0 persuasion.
I will assist him in his persuasion.
17.
You roll a natural. What? Let me look at your. This guy. Okay, so he reluctantly agrees to go outside with you. He wants to at least give you a rundown of what had happened. He is terrified of going outside though, and so he's going to follow you very, very tenuously as you walk outside.
I agree.
Ben, can you salvage anything from the corpses of the creatures?
You can do a investigation on the creature's corpses.
Let me see.
So which corpse are you headed to?
No, I can't.
The one that's all gone. So I can't.
Well, do your like highlight it because we had one right here. We had one right here, and one inside the building.
I'll go look
The
at the
on
one
the east.
inside the building first.
Okay, so walk yourself down there. And what was your investigation roll?
Investigation was 3.
You
How about,
rolled
and then
3.
give me a knowledge in nature.
10.
It looks like the acid sacs that would have been probably the most useful part of the creature. They're kind of hard to get to in the way that after it expired, in the way that shield smashed it up against the wall. It's really hard to kind of get to those sacs. You could probably get one good one out of it.
Way to go, Shield. Now it's only got 1 sack. All right. Gonna grab it.
Grab it, sack.
Not
Alright.
even gonna give that's too easy.
Too easy. Low hanging
All right.
fruit.
I'm gonna go check on this.
Okay.
Stop right there.
Oh, great. Summon
Okay.
another one.
So you are going to, as you come walking over to go check out that corpse.
I have +6.
Okay.
Were
Were
you
you being
going
stealthy?
over there
Were
stealthy?
you being stealthy at the time?
Always. I'm in the woods.
Always.
Yeah, I can move very good.
I move very good.
Okay.
You
You're gonna give
freaking
me
guy.
a dex check though.
I got 12. No. 9 + 6, 15.
15. Okay. So you sense the ground is about to move and burst right from out from under you. So you go rolling back a little bit, but you don't lose your footing. You don't get knocked prone. But this guy is standing right above you. He's going to try to chomp your face, and is going to miss unless a 13 hits.
Nope.
Okay, let's roll for initiative.
Good criminy.
4.
10.
F.
I got a 4 also.
Barrick got a 4. What's your dex bonus, Barrick?
My dexterity bonus is 3.
Okay, and then what is your shield? 0?
0.
Okay, so we'll give you a 5. And what was your initiative, Finn?
10.
Okay. All right, it is going to again try to chomp on Finn. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay, its mandibles come crashing down.
It's tough
means
without battle music. Where's our battle music?
I'm playing it. The podcast will hear it, but you guys
Nice.
don't like it when I play it, so
Well, you play it
It's
too
so
loud.
loud.
it's not that loud on my end. So
Word.
I'll give you battle music. Bum, bum,
All right.
bum, bum, bum,
The
bum,
as the
bum,
mandibles
bum.
come down, you kind of feel and hear bones in your arm cracking and popping as your skin is pierced. You take 8 damage. from the bite. So go ahead and roll a strength check.
16.
No, Chat,
Okay,
you won't be
so-
able to hear it either because it's not coming through Devon's side.
Gotcha.
Okay, it's all right.
So with the 16, it isn't able to keep you kind of entangled in its mandibles, and so you're free to move on your next turn. It tried to grapple you, but it couldn't hold you. Okay, it's your turn, Finn.
Turn. Sucker, please.
You're gonna disengage first.
Already failed.
Well, yeah. So, but you to back away out of melee, you're gonna have it either a disengage
I can move
action
freely.
or ability. Well, you can move freely, and that you're not being held by him.
So
But if
I'm not being
if you break
held, then why
contact,
can't
he
I
gets
just
an
move?
attack, though.
You're not being
'Cause
held.
you're-
Oh,
'cause
you
you're
can move. You can
engaged.
move like an opportunity attack if you do that.
If I disengage, then
If you disengage, that's your action.
You
Okay.
can count on him just missing you.
Your armor's pretty high.
Okay, Barrick.
Barrick's turn. Let's see.
Don't pull a
For you.
Gareth, Devon. All right,
Gareth,
what?
Gareth. You know,
15,
from Divinity.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Never mind.
25,
Very tired.
30.
I know.
So oops, whoa,
hold it against you.
where's my select move? What's this guy's name behind me?
That is Tibber.
His name is
Uh,
Tibber.
Hey, Tibber, how about you go back inside? We got to take care of this real quick.
He has no problem and slinks right back in.
We'll be right back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's my 30 movement, but I'm still not in range of anything. So I'm just going to have to hang out right here.
You could
How did you do
charge.
that?
I could dash though, right?
Yep, you could
Because
dash.
that'll give me 60. Let's see. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I still don't think that gives me close enough.
What's your range on the crossbow?
30.
Yeah, you're not quite there.
I can throw a rock. Oh, that's a funny line there. This shield.
Not there.
This is what the hand of Torm is gonna do, because it has its one finger symbol.
How did you draw that thing?
Worry about it.
I can draw all kinds of shapes with this.
What is
Roll
that?
20 Roll20 is a pretty cool tool.
How do you erase this?
Yes, please, because that one,
Select it.
whatever you drew right under me, stop it.
How do you erase?
Pointer. Go to the
Selected
pointer.
I didn't know you could do this. Okay.
So that is my turn. Actually, let me see if I can do anything.
Yeah, it may be all that you can accomplish at this point.
I can cast shield around myself.
Okay,
May as well, why not, right?
go for it.
I'll cast shield.
You just
I'm gonna
waste a
cast
spell slot. That's all.
Does that increase your AC?
it. Actually, I actually don't see what it did for me. Because my AC didn't go up. Interesting. I need to
So shield.
read what
An
it does.
invisible barrier of magical force appears and protects you. Until the start of your next turn, you have a +5 bonus to your AC.
Until the start of my next turn.
Correct.
Okay.
So in other words, yeah.
So once it goes to attack me, it's rolling against my AC plus
+5.
5. Cool.
Right.
Cool. I'll take it. I got to remember that.
Shield.
Hey, yo, Torm,
Now is your time to shine.
guide me, and I cast Guiding Bolt. It's 120-foot range.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll this, and it's gonna. That is a 19 plus 5. That is a 24.
Nice.
You feel the light of Torm course through you as you make a solid direct hit at the center of the
You hit the
creature.
wagon though.
Whose team are you on?
No.
Is it a bolt or is it something that comes from the sky?
So a flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On hit, target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Yeah.
So here, I will move.
And that wagon
can
is
move
actually actually below you, because if you notice, you're on like a little rise there.
And I'm 7.5 feet tall.
High
Correct.
ground.
You
Don't
have the high
try
ground.
it. Andy.
Don't try it, bedbug.
You were the chosen.
So I need another d6. How come I don't have d6s? All right, so this is 4d6 of radiant damage.
What?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. And the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then. So it's shining like a beacon right now. So whoever attacks next gets advantage on the roll.
Everybody
Nice.
until it comes back to you.
Yep.
Yeah. No, just the first attack on it. So whoever attacks it next.
We'll read that again though.
Okay, I will read it again. On the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
So the very first attack, the very next attack roll, and only that
Okay.
next attack
Before-
roll.
Yeah.
Okay,
So a
okay.
beam of light fires from my shield and slams into the creature.
Yep. It sears like the tips and edges of its legs and its antennae, and the thing is just scorched with pure radiant light. It is now glowing, even though it's practically noonday, and it is enraged as bugs get. And it is going to 5 and attempt to lumber up to you, and it doesn't.
Mandibles.
Yeah. And it's coming at you, but that's about as far as it can get. And then it is going to open its maw, and you're going to make a dex save, Barrick.
Okay.
So
18
D20
plus 3.
Oh yeah, you dodge out of its way enough to take only half that damage.
But he's rolling against. Does he not have to make a?
Oh, you have your +5, right? Your +5.
+5. Yeah.
Well, no, this is just a dex save. This is not
Okay.
against your AC.
Okay.
So 6. You're gonna take 6 acid damage.
And that's against my shield.
It is. Yep. 'Cause
Okay.
It's just a dex save. This is not against your AC or with
Okay.
your shield. Yeah.
Okay.
The spray is enough to spray you.
Okay.
All right,
Spray's
Barrett.
enough to spray you.
Yeah. It's a good spray.
Right, Devon, make a hit.
You
Ben,
miss.
make a hit. You got
Ben.
advantage on this one too.
All right, I am going to use my sharpshooter.
Oh, just go regular because you got advantage.
Well, he got advantage, so chances are he hits with his sharpshooter.
All right. 18 plus 3 is 21.
Nice.
That will do it. Now that's with your your
Yes.
deficit.
Yeah, because normally it's plus 8.
Cool. That is definitely gonna hit.
Cool.
You can roll your second advantage dice and see if you get a critical hit just cause. It was close.
Close. All right. So I got my D. 2 plus 5. 7 plus 10 equals 17.
That's some damage.
That is some damage.
It is. The thing is shocked when your arrow just lances deeply, and it's almost like severs a leg completely as it enters like in like the fleshy part of its connecting tissue below the where the leg connects to the abdomen, and it's flailing and screaming and swinging and kind of spinning in circles trying to figure out what's making it hurt so badly.
How you like me now? And I move back.
Well, I was impressed.
I'm a ranged fighter. I don't need to be up close.
So rub and
I
run
just
away.
like the taunt and then retreat.
Right.
You don't need to be in
Run away.
Fandalore either.
Not even that far away. I have a range of 150 feet.
You're off the map.
Not even off the
He's
map.
not off the map. He's still in the camp.
I moved up like
Alright,
20
Merrick.
feet back.
All right.
First,
First
Barrick,
bolt.
your shield spell drops.
You should my spill
Good job, Mike.
shabubu. It didn't do anything.
Not for that kind of attack, it didn't.
Do anything. All right, first bolt, because that's what I do.
Uh-huh.
17 plus 8. That's a hit.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. I don't know why I keep forgetting these.
I don't
1d6
either.
plus 4, and I don't have advantage on this, so this is just
Correct.
first bolt 1d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
And that's a 6 plus 4 is 10.
What
Oh.
It is. See, 6 plus 4 is 10.
kind of weighted dice are you using?
Second bolt,
9 that are weighted.
19.
What the heck? Nice roll.
They shouldn't be able to hear the music, Devon.
No, I'm playing
Or-
music on my end.
Ah,
So
you're
second,
playing music.
second one
Nice.
hits. And here's
Second
my
hit.
one. Here's my 1d6 plus 4, and that'll be 3 plus 4 is 7, with a total of 17. 17.
Okay, what part of its body were you aiming for?
Just its head, the thing that I could see.
Just its head? Okay.
Yeah.
It goes right into its mouth, and as it enters its gullet, you can tell it starts to choke and gag, and even the acid starts to kind of form around the bolt and sort of melt it. But that kind of clogs up in its throat, and it chokes itself, and somehow begins to even burn itself, and its throat explodes, and it falls to the ground.
That was the 6th round of bolts from my crossbow this encounter, so I do
Okay.
need to make another d20.
Roll it.
4.
Oh, you lucky.
Shield runs up to the bug.
And smashes it with a hammer.
So I'm not going to smash the head this time because Finn got mad. So
Yeah.
I'm going to
We
try
need to
to
get
use
all
my
the
shield to
acid
sever the
sacks.
head from the body.
Okay.
Just bring it down and like a paper cutter.
Good job.
Barrett calls out, "Nobody move! Nobody move!"
Well, how are we supposed to know where they are?
Exactly.
dies.
Nobody move. Nobody dies.
I mean, how many could there be?
There could be more. Stop
Ben,
moving.
Do you sense any over there?
Roll an investigation, Finn.
Station. Because I have +0 to my investigation. 17.
Yeah. So from where, kind of in a radius of your view and just kind of your ability to check, you don't notice anything strange about the ground at all in the area you are.
I want to do a full camp search quietly and sneakily.
Okay, so
Then-
give me an investigation and a stealth, everybody.
Investigation is 5.
7 for me.
Stealth
And 8 for my stealth.
is 8.
Eric?
You rolled an 8?
I've been rolling really good this session, so
So my investigation is 15 plus 6, 21.
Nice.
And my stealth is 11 plus 5, 16.
Okay. So as the rest of you are just making a ruckus as you're trying to be quiet, barreling and
sense.
breaking through the camp, Barrick, who has already experienced enough of these things, is lighting around very fleet of foot. And Barrick, you end up over in this broken down cabin, and right in the base of this hearth, what used to be the hearth, under a bunch of ash, you find this little totem, and it looks like a beaded chunk of hair. It's got it's got 8 legs coming off it with hair and beads, and then like these little beaded eyes worked into it as well. And it is a kind of ugly looking doll version of these creatures you've been fighting.
The voodoo, the kind Mama Odie do?
I don't know, what do you do? Go ahead and give me a religion check Use your intelligence.
Oh, jeez. Might use my intelligence for it.
Yeah.
What's my intelligence? +2. 12 plus 2, 14.
Okay. You're not exactly sure where this thing comes from, but it's obviously has to do with these creatures as it looks just like them, and it probably seems like something that not ought to be left to exist.
Shield. Can
Yes.
you? I found something that I think is the cause of this. Can you?
What is it?
It is it's a voodoo doll with these creatures. Can you use your magic and your shield and your religion and send this unholy thing back to whence it came?
Yeah, I could do that. Is it made out of boar hair by chance?
It is made out of boar hair. What seems to be boar hair?
Boar hair.
Does that mean something to you?
Well, when we were speaking with the goblins when we saved Alphonse, Ben interrogated one of the goblins there, and he had mentioned that the priestess of the boar would be coming for us. Ben, who else did we talk about that? Oh, on our way over here, you were quite sick in the back. There was a boar also in the middle of the road. I don't know if it was a normal boar, but it seemed odd that there was a boar in the middle of the road. But if this is boar hair, I think it's no coincidence. So I take out my pack, my flint and steel, and I light the hair on fire.
And it just catches, and almost like a flash, bang. It just kind of instantaneously combusts and is gone.
Brace yourselves.
I was tempted for a moment just to send this to Harbin,
You might have liked that.
but
Let's oh, so I'm gonna do just another perception just to see if that kind of did it for us, or I should
Okay.
say I want
Another
to do just
investigation.
another investigation just to see if that did it for us.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 17 plus 6.
You are very confident that you're not seeing any other trails or any other burrows. Doesn't seem like the other connected holes where the things burst out of, go any further or like they connect back to anything more nefarious. Not like like a nest or anything like that. It seems like they were being attracted by this totem.
Finn, the gentleman inside is Tabor. Could you interrogate him? I know you have experience interrogating people. Can you find out when the creatures got here, who lived in this house, if they saw anything suspicious, who they think placed this here, and why they would want these people moved? You're muted.
Excellent. What do you want me to roll?
Okay, so if you want to interrogate him, you can try to intimidate him into giving you answers you want, or you can just start having a conversation and asking him questions.
What's his name again? Oh, he just.
He's over by the fireplace trying to light a fire.
His name is Tabor. Tabor?
Tibor.
What's his name? Tibor.
Tibor.
His name is Tibor.
Hey, Tibor, how's it going? Met before.
Oh,
One of the
I'm
adventures.
a little rattled. I'm sure you understand.
I understand. We're just trying to find out a little bit more information so that we can make sure the creatures never come back. We
So I'm
found.
assuming my brother sent you.
Who's your brother?
Oh, it's Harbin. It's Harbin's brother-in-law or brother.
Harbin, my brother.
Ah,
Harbin
yes.
Western.
Yep, he did send us. He wanted to make sure you were A-okay because he loves you so much.
Ha,
And-
that is. I appreciate the sarcasm. I'm sure once the materials stopped making their way to Phandalin, he was concerned about me. But no, it's definitely we've been derailed by whatever these foul things were.
Well, you remember what they look like. We found a small doll made out of boar's hair, hidden away. Do you have any idea who might have put that here? Is there somebody that
What?
want you to be here. Little doll in the same shape and design as those creatures.
A doll, you say?
Yes.
There's no children in this. There's been no children in this camp.
No, we think it was a cursed doll to attract them.
Yeah.
Curse. Well, I, the only thing I can
Kind
think
of
of
magic.
is well, those. It could be the priestess of Talos. The
For the boar?
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure you've noticed the orcs making their way further and further into the forest and closer to civilization.
Have.
They have dark priestesses that live with them, and these things seem to worship all matter of evil creature, but whether or not they have the power to summon these types of things, I have no idea. But that would be my first and only guess. I can see no other reason why someone would try to stop us from logging around here and being here in the first place.
Interesting. Right? Have you noticed anything else suspicious recently before these attacks happened?
Not in my camp. We fended off a few orc patrols, but those have been small and nothing really to write home about if you catch my meaning. But no, we have been plagued by these beasts and nearly eradicated. It'll take me months to get everyone to come back and re-begin the work here.
Sure it will. All right. Well, is there anything else that you might think of that might aid us in figuring out where these?
I honestly, lad, I can think of nothing else I could tell you.
Well, I appreciate your time. We're gonna go and try and figure out this mystery to make sure they don't come back and bother.
Well, I appreciate your assistance. I am truly indebted to you as much as I can be. I'm sure that Harbin will compensate you nicely for getting us back up and running.
Yeah, I'm not really welcome back in that, but you know, we had things happen.
Okay.
Choices were made.
Choices were made. I'm not fond of gnomes. Are you fond of gnomes?
I've not met many gnomes in my life, to be honest.
Lucky. All right, well, I'm gonna
But I
go
hear
talk.
they're friendly folk.
Oh, they're not very friendly. Not at all. Whoever told you that was lying to you. See him again, slap him. Tell him you're a liar. Right?
I'll be wary. I'll be wary of the gnomes.
Wary of the gnomes. Shoot you in the back before you know it. All right, well, I'll let you get back to starting your fire, and I'm gonna go talk to my other traveler.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything.
Is he going to stay here?
Probably. He's trying to rebuild the camp. It's gonna take him a while, but that's my guess.
He's gonna stay by himself.
Yep.
With orcs. Should we convince him to leave? Because if he can't build this place by himself.
Well, he's got to go get all of his. He can handle it.
Well, he's not going to do that here. We could escort him back to town.
We could, but I don't want to go back.
So then, what's the plan? We found.
If
I
you
mean,
want
do
to
we
escort him
know
back, you
where-
can go chat with him. See if he wants to come back to town with us. Staying outside of.
I mean, we've come in, we've done what we were asked to do. We warned the camp, we found it destroyed. We know that there's evidence of the priestess of the boar being here. They brought these creatures here. If we leave, I mean, have we accomplished anything here other than burning the doll? I mean, what else can we do? What else should we do?
Well, I guess
Should
we can
just
go
leave,
walk
or-
around the camp and see if any more creatures show up after we.
A little voice in the back of your head reminds you that Harbin would be very interested in knowing that the camp is secure and that the logging can resume, and would even reward you handsomely for having done so. There is Falcon's Lodge. He's always receiving people to and from Neverwinter and lodging nobles, and obviously he's got a vested interest in what's going on. I mean, if it is in fact orcs that have left the totem here, If it is the priestess of Talus, then the forest could potentially be a danger. It all depends on who's going to show an interest in making things right in the area. Besides the fact that there's obviously a dragon flying around.
So I yell at Tibber, Tibber,
Aye.
are you staying here?
Well, I need to prepare myself to head back to Phandalin. I'm gonna have to rehire everyone or get them to come back, or at least convince them that it's safe now. I'm hoping that things will be all right. I mean, the camp is ruined.
Were you
The,
planning on taking a wagon that way, or can we float down the river towards Phandalin? I assume that the river goes straight to Phandalin.
It doesn't quite go all the way to Phandalin, unfortunately. That would be a spectacular way for us to move our wares. But honestly, the river takes us into Neverwinter, and then the road takes us down to Phandalin. But we can't do anything until I get my men back. So I'll have to be making preparations to head back that way soon. Is that the way you're headed?
Can you vouch for the self if we return to Phandalin? There was a misunderstanding. It's not a misunderstanding. No, I was going to say it was a misunderstanding, but that would be a lie. I think if we travel with Tibor and we tell them what we did, I don't think they'll shoot you on sight, Finn. I could be wrong, but I'll take that chance if you're willing to take that chance that they shoot you on sight.
If they try to shoot me,
so we can go back to town and figure out what's going on there.
I know I have to head back that way, and it'll take me. Oh, I mean, I'm not heading back today proper, but probably in the next few mornings, I'll be ready to go. I've got to secure things as much as possible. Maybe bring down some of these tents and get them stored and stowed away, just not to have them ransacked and destroyed while we're gone.
maybe we can make camp here with you until you're ready to go.
I would be grateful for the company. He heads back to his cabin and starts to try to arrange things. He just kind of gets busy. He's a little shell shocked from everything that's happened. He kind of, in a very quiet and kind of somber way, is walking around camp. He's going cautiously. You can tell there's a little trepidation in him still. But as he's getting to every place, he's rolling up bedrolls. He's taking blankets. He's trying to just kind of make things feel somewhat normal, and he's gonna have to leave it for a while as he gets people recollected. So he's just trying to stow everything, either in the main cabin itself or load up a wagon with some of the things that he thinks he can take.
All right.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I'm gonna come up to this smaller camp up in the north. I'm gonna start. Well, first thing I'm gonna do. Tibber, do you mind if I take these tents down for you?
Oh, I'd be grateful for your help.
I'm gonna start taking tents down just clockwise and just kind of looking for things that have been left behind that I could salvage: crossbow bolts, coins.
Gotcha. Yeah, you find. I mean, you probably find like 3 or 4 copper pieces scattered throughout. Under bedrolls that have been left behind. There's a decent dagger. It's nothing special. It's just another dagger you could slip in your boot. Other than that, there's some decent blankets, bedrolls. Just it'd be extra equipment basically that you could help pack up.
Is it a dagger?
Yeah.
I'll pick up a dagger.
I'd take out my bedroll.
What time is it?
It's getting close to evening, close to supper time.
Okay.
He's got the fire lit in the hearth in the cabin. He's taken some blankets and stuff into there and just kind of set them in front of there as he's brought stuff down. And he works as long as he feels like he can handle it. He doesn't get everything down in the quadrant he was working in. Barrick, you probably have no problem just bringing every single one of those tents down in a matter of a couple hours. It takes him a really long time though. He's just moving in a very somber and slow fashion.
Shield will go finish taking down those tents.
Okay. And then he's he's just kind of held up by the hearth, eating on some rations in the evening.
So the priestess of the boar.
Where's everybody? Where's everybody at? Are we back?
I'm taking down tents in the south.
Yeah, he's taking tents out in the south. You're in the north. Fenn's
I
in the
am
bullet.
meditating.
What do you do in a trance state? Can you travel like in a
No, I
plane or
rest.
something?
Barrick is going to. I got all the tents taken down. I'm gonna start a fire, and then as Shield gets finished, I'm gonna hail him over. Shield, come on over. I've got a fire going. Let's talk about some stuff. Fen,
Right.
if you can hear, why don't you come on over? Unless you're trancing. I understand. I hate to.
This was a good trance.
I hate to bother you. We've had an interesting battle here. It's been quite an ordeal. Is everybody okay? First and foremost, does anybody need healing? Does anybody need anything?
I will be fine after a rest. I got bug juice all over me.
Fen, your arm, how was it? It got bit up pretty hard, didn't it?
Oh, I'm just fine after. Feel pretty.
Good. That was intense. I appreciate everybody's call to action and getting everybody engaged and making quick work of those creatures. I'm glad we found that totem. I don't know how many more we could have withstood and how many more would have shown up. This Tibber is. Go ahead.
If the priestess of the board is sending out totems like this, it makes you wonder what else they have in store for the area. I'm guessing they want to push all the humans and everyone out of here, dwarves, elves, everything. And if they're starting here, this is a good place to start, because if the logs stop flowing, then it's harder to defend the town. So
What of this dragon that we encountered last? What plans are being made to combat a beast of that magnitude?
well, I suggest we find protection from the cold after being hit by its breath. That's something I never want to experience again, that's for sure. We need more protection, but I don't think Phandalin can offer the type of protection that we really, really need. Like armor, I would love to have armor that can protect against a dragon. There's no way that we can fight a dragon in our current state. Not that big. I mean, once we hit it, it flew off, and it didn't seem like it was interested in a fight. I don't know if it's just has never seen battle, or nothing's ever fought back against it.
You suddenly hear a voice, and you heard him walk up, so you're not totally surprised, but he finally pipes in and says, "The Grey Winds. The Grey Winds could provide you with the things you need."
Tibber, come sit down, friend.
He comes and plops himself down in a melancholy kind of way on a log.
Tell us about these Grey Winds.
I don't know if you've met Lenine.
Oh yeah, she's great. We went on a date.
Well, consider yourself a lucky one to have come out of that alive. But no, she's part of a powerful family. And if you could convince her to talk Neverwinter into providing the aid we require, surely they won't. I mean, they've invested a lot of time and a lot of resources into this area. I can't imagine they'll let it fall simply to a young dragon who I'm sure they could provide the assistance we require. I mean, if you look around what's happening, orcs are taking advantage of the situation. Falcon and Alphonse, who were our heroes back in the day, now seem to be absent and disinterested in helping. I don't know that the us commoners can survive. And my brother, heaven help him, he's kind of a louse, and not much of a worker.
Here.
I'm not much of a. He's just not one of the brave ones.
Were
I think he-
Falcon and Alphonse companions back in the day, Tibor?
That's a good question. I'm assuming they had some adventures together. They're very storied and revered in this area, but well, I've never seen much worth out of them, to be honest. Falcon
and
does
what-
well to run his little camp there. He provides shelter and lodging to the most noble of Neverwinter, those looking for an adventure.
So he services the noblemen of Neverwinter. He didn't mention
does.
that. Huh.
Yeah, they come and they stay at his lodge, and he shows them how to hunt and just catch a stag or maybe bring down a boar or two. But that's to fill their need for adventure and before they head back to their palaces and mansions.
I assumed. Where what?
Where can we? Sorry to change subject. Where could we find these gray winds?
Well, Anine,
I believe we met the Grey Winds. I believe Fen fired a firework at Lenine Greywind at the town meeting.
That was at a town meeting, but we don't know where they live.
She herself, she would be your closest connection. I mean, the Greywind family in Neverwinter itself. I doubt you gain audience walking into Neverwinter. That would be nearly a suicide mission, much less being laughed off of the at the gate. But with
to laugh
Lenine in
with the
town,
dragon breathing
Well,
face at you.
the problem is those in Neverwinter, the nobles in Neverwinter, they've got enough problems besides our little area. But Lenine is our connection back to them.
And she lives where? Is she in Phandalin?
She
She's in
she
Phandalin.
resides in Phandalin at the cloister.
Okay.
You met her before, Barrick. You had audience with her.
I couldn't remember if that was her at that shop or if she was
That was her.
came in from
Yeah, that
Neverwinter.
was her.
Is the only recourse to this dragon to destroy it?
Well, I don't know how we can all coexist happily. When it gets hungry, it gets hungry. I mean, it's these whites. They're not what you'd call the kind you bargain with, if you know what I'm talking about.
Everyone has a price.
They're pretty primal.
Everyone has a price.
Everyone does.
I don't think dragons put a limit on the amount of gold.
I don't think
there's
so.
no
either.
collect.
Well, but the amount of in Neverwinter ought to placate him for long enough to where he might leave us alone for a while.
Are you suggesting we direct the dragon to Neverwinter?
I'm exploring every option. I'm small in stature. Dragons.
You know what would happen if
Dragons look
Neverwinter
at
found
me-
out that we sent the dragon their way?
Who said they'd have to find out?
Find out.
Are you a
Tibber
tat-
pipes
are
in,
you
or
a
are you saying-
tattletale?
Or you're saying we're hoping we can get the assistance of Neverwinter to dispatch it?
Obviously,
in their
we could use
interest.
some help. It is in their interest, but again, as someone who has to look at all the angles to survive a situation, I'm looking at all the angles.
Tipper,
if-
we have found zero helpful people in this entire town.
Campaign.
And the ones that were helpful, you shot with an arrow.
Yeah.
I don't know what
uh,
you're talking about. How would you know about that?
Ben,
He's omniscient.
Ne-
He's all knowing.
what was your commander's name? Nephilim? I have it written down. And it's a boy's name, too.
I blocked it from my mind.
Captain Nephian.
Nethian, it's Nethian.
Nephian.
Ben, Nethian is your people aren't from here. Could your people help if you sent them a message?
No,
Fight off a dragon? Oh. Good talk.
I don't want to talk to them.
Okay.
Makes sense. That makes sense. They probably have like dragon killing weapons. Let's leave them out of it. Whew. Don't want to get them involved.
Long story,
Son
right?
of a gun.
Been
No,
around for
it
300
sounds-
years.
It
You wouldn't
sounds long.
understand. You have short lives.
That's about right. Tibber, we appreciate your candor and your.
Well, that's the
And you're
best I can
sitting
think.
with us
That's
a
the best
bit.
I can think of. My brothers nigh to useless, but there are people in Phandalin who could rouse or rally or even I mean, you're not incapable warriors. It seems the dragon. They're not. The whites aren't known for their intelligence. They're known for their primal urges.
And
Can't
that's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to come up against those primal urges. Those dragons are tough. Shield, I believe, can attest to that. So again, we must approach this with
I
cunning
understand.
and sneakiness. Um,
I think we
but
head back and we talk to the Grey Winds.
the night is waning on. I think a long rest with us helping break down camp. Will you be ready to travel in the morning to Fandolin?
I believe with because he's looking around and notices, and I thank you for your help. I think this is set right enough that we could leave it behind and won't be worse for wear.
Oh, good. I'm gonna go sleep indoors because I like sleeping indoors.
I will
Um,
take first watch outside.
I'll leave the fire to you. You might want to move the fire maybe a little bit closer to our dwelling. You might not want to be this far removed from help if something were to happen, just as a
Move the fire to
precaution.
the
Or you
campfire.
could just sleep outside over here.
You want me to lift up the fire and move it?
I mean, you can
Well,
put out a fire and
if
start
you
it.
put that fire out, there's enough you could throw bedrolls down in my cabin up on the hill. That's where I'm
That's
sleeping.
and that's what I meant. I'm sleeping indoors over here. Shield, you might want to come closer to the cabin. It's not hard to pick up a burning stick and transfer a
I,
fire and put the other one
I,
out, but
I will. I will
kind of
stay.
surprised that
I'll
was
stay right here.
that
It's.
hard to explain. You guys are
I'll stay here. It's a
I-
nice
it's-
spot. I'm gonna
okay.
take first watch right here.
Yeah, good night. I'm going to sleep.
I'm gonna go back into a trance.
Yeah, don't eat anything poisonous or have
No
anything
mushrooms this time.
poisonous crawl into your mouth.
Don't have
Long
anything
rest?
poisonous crawl into your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't worry
so
about it.
you can complete a long rest.
I'm not planning anything.
Yeah, there's nothing really strange happens overnight. It's a very calm and peaceful evening. The crickets are out, the stars are out. There's not quite a moon up, but it's just the babbling of the river is a very calming and just peaceful feeling after everything you guys have been through. All right, who's taking the second watch?
I
Ben
guess
doesn't
I
sleep,
will.
so I'm going to nominate him for first, second, and third. So
Okay,
They can watch in the bushes.
Barrick sleeps. Barrick's
Shield,
tired.
where are you sleeping then?
He'll stay out by the fire and just
Okay.
sleep on the floor.
All right, Shield. When you finally doze off into a very peaceful sleep, you kind of awake to a really strange feeling, shivers down your spine, and when you startle, it looks like everything around you is gone, and there's just like this mist, just kind of surrounding the campfire, and then you don't really see anybody or anything around you at all. It's just this almost as if you're in a giant dark room but with the campground inside this room. It's just that kind of blackness that surrounds everything.
Okay.
You want to roll a perception?
I want to cast divine sense.
So when you go to cast your spell, you feel strange. Like you don't feel like you feel normally. The words that you use to form your incantation and the motions you make all kind of go like in a very slow, almost like you're in dipped in molasses kind of sensation. And when you do cast your spell, there's like these green sparkles that kind of fly around you, and it doesn't really do the same thing that you're used to it doing.
Okay. And then I will roll I rolled a 4 for my perception.
Okay, you're just absolutely confused as to what's going on. Suddenly, off in the distance, there is a beam of light, kind of a deep blue moonlight, and then out of that deep blue moonlight there is an apparition of a boar with glowing tusks, and it begins to speak. And it says, Talos needs you to leave. Cryovane will rule the skies, and we will rule the land. Talos needs you to leave. And then all the trees around you just like light on fire and just burst into flame. And then as everything kind of collapses and falls, there is just the faintest symbol of the hand of Torm, and then everything disappears, and you wake up from the dream.
I take stock of where I am to see if I'm back where I fell asleep. Am I?
Yeah, you're exactly where you are. You just wake up in a sweat, in a cold sweat from that dream.
Yeah, Finn.
Yes.
We've been issued a warning.
From who?
I think from Talos.
Yeah, what did they
They're
say?
coming. They're not going to leave this area. They want Cryovane to rule.
Yeah. Next time you
think we have
talk to them,
much
tell
more
them
to
I'm
do
going to
here.
punch them in the pants when they come. Okay? I'm
I don't
afraid
think
no
these are the
ghosts.
pant-wearing boars.
As
Right,
the
so-
morning breaks, it's nice, clear morning. There's a few little clouds in the sky and mist on the ground, but it's a very nice, calm morning. Tybor has kind of packed all his stuff up. He's got everything on a hand cart that he's ready to make his way back to Phandalin.
All right. So
Everybody sleep well?
I slept. Had an interesting dream vision that we've been issued a warning that Cryovane
Warning
is
by
to rule
who?
here, and we are to leave. I believe it was from the priestess of Talos
Told us to
or
kill you,
Talos
cook you, and
themselves.
eat.
So they issued a warning, and it's been heard. So there's
That's a little
there's a battle
ominous.
to come.
You're taking it very well. I
mean,
consoled him in the night. He was crying a little bit while you were sleeping, but I was, able to calm him
when a
down.
bully comes to you and tells you to leave, you can either stand up to it or you can run. And I've never been one for running, so
that
if
makes a lot of sense.
anything,
All right,
Because you're
let's
not
all
a
get on the
ranged
wagon and
fighter.
leave then.
I don't think we're leaving. I think we're warning the people. And if anything,
Well, we got to go to the
now know
town to
who
leave, right?
we're up
I'm
against.
teasing you, Shield. All right.
Well, sometimes elephants don't take things. We take things a little too literally. So I pick up this cart and I say, "Get on the cart or walk along, but I'll pull." And I just start pulling this cart because
Okay. Yeah, so he's glad for the help. He doesn't jump in the cart. He's not going to put that burden on you, but he's going to walk with you guys. You've got about a 4-day march back to Phandalin, and so you'll take several long rests. You're going to use up some provisions as you go along your way, but it's a very clear trail as you go. Nothing really crazy happens. Nothing exciting, and it's not long before you find yourselves on the outskirts of Phandalin again. Where is my Phandalin?
Finn, do you want to chance entering or?
No, I'm good. I'm going to stay outside.
I mean, we did save Alphonse and Tibor. I mean, that's got to count for something.
They don't deserve.
Okay, I just leave. I just keep walking.
Tell that gnome if you see him. Up.
I definitely will not do that.
Always going to have little friends to save him.
Where did we come from?
You mean Barrick?
Okay, so the loggers camp was up here.
Okay.
and then you make your way back to this junction, and this junction is Connerbury. It's the abandoned um
My
village.
house, right?
Yeah, yeah.
With the
Because the
orcs.
Butterskull, the ranch that you freed was up here north of there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so you get back on the Tribord Trail, and you can head back down the road back to Fandolin.
Okay. And we did that without encounter, without Corey.
Yeah,
without-
no, the trail's clear in the next 4 days. Every evening's pretty quiet and calm. Nothing really seems to arouse any suspicions. You don't see any sign of orc or nor any boars as well.
Cryovane isn't seen or heard or.
Cryovane has not been seen or heard of in your presence at all.
Okay.
You're now on the outskirts of Fandolin.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Finn.
Tiber is pretty excited to see the town again, to see the village. He's like, well, I'm ready to head in. I don't know about you guys, but I could use an actual bed.
I've had it. I like
Nice.
outside.
How far outside of Fandolin are you staying? Okay.
Okay.
Well within bow shot.
Okay.
All right,
so,
let's go. Let's
yeah.
Do we have the Fandolin map?
Get up on in Fandolin. Let me grab my map. You go away. Stop it. No sleeping. Okay, so back in Fandolin, you've got a couple different places you can go. Obviously, Harbin Wester is at the town master's hall. Tolbin, who is the innkeep, he's at the Stonehill Keep or the Stonehill Inn. You're not sure where anybody else is at this point, but obviously the inn is busy. There are a lot of people in town. It looks like it's increased in population quite a bit. Most people look like they're either sleeping in streets or in makeshift tents around Fandolin. They aren't all people from the logging camp. Tiber is kind of greeting people, and they're coming up and rushing to him and glad he's alive. And he's saying, pointing at you guys and telling them how grateful he is that you rescued him, and you seem to have eradicated the pestilence that had taken over the logging camp. And it's just kind of a happy ruckus as things are going. Everybody's looking at you guys, kind of looking, checking you over, seeing how you're looking. They do notice that you're short one person, and nobody really asks any questions, but you can kind of tell they're making stock of what's going on with you.
Tibor, will you join us in speaking with Harbin?
I'll gladly go with you.
Shield, shall we speak to Harbin and complete
let's go
this
talk
part
to
of
him,
our journey and see what's up next?
We can let them know what we found. Yes.
Okay. Let's head Let's head in. Let's head there. Let's
Okay.
go to. Let's go get them.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's go get them. Let's get them. Okay, so this map wants to look right here. So you're coming in from the north. Bartham's Bridge is first, but down in the center of town is the Townmaster's Hall. People are looking at you curiously, but as you get to the front of the Townmaster's Hall, there's a couple people standing there, kind of a lazy-looking guard in makeshift, not even really armor so much as just some thick leather clothing and a pretty pathetic-looking sword. He says, "Who goes there?"
We do. Pardon us, sir. We need to speak to Harbin.
Oh well, let me seek his audience for you. And your names are. This is no one you guys have ever met.
So I look over at Torben.
He shrugs. He doesn't recognize the guy at all.
I say, this is the brother of the town master.
Oh, okay. Well, he goes into the room, into the hall, and comes back out. Harbin comes walking out and kind of has that little sneer and smirk on his face, and he says, "Ah, Torben, you're alive." And Torben says, "Yeah, no thanks to you. Um, these guys these lads were able to eradicate the things that were attacking us, and we can get the logging back to running, but we're gonna have to get these lot back up there to work." He says, "Well, that's on for another time. That's on for another time. We've got more pressing matters. I see though that you were true to your word and were able to get the get the uh, get the logging camp up and running, well, at least free of what was troubling them. Um, I'll throw you some coin if you wish, but what of Alphonse?"
Alphonse is alive and he is with Falcon. I think they're doing a little bit of hunting before Alphonse returns. He was overrun. Orcs had attacked him, and he was about to be eaten for dinner, and we saved him. So, your two heroes of Phandalin are safe. They're at the camp, so they're there. So
And they
we
had no
accomplished
interest.
both things.
And they had no interest in coming this way.
No, I think they were catching up before they decided what they were going to do.
That's
So,
unfortunate.
I mean, did you want them back?
Well, they're formidable warriors, and at least know enough about this area they could be of some use. I
They
mean,
used to be, maybe. But yeah. They said that they would help out when the time came. So make of that what you will. But what we really need, Harbin, is we need the help of Neverwinter. And after us helping you out and bringing your brother and making sure he was safe, we need help from the people there. We need armor, we need enchantments, we need protection against dragons and their ice breath. So get out a piece of paper and start writing these things down, because we have things that we'll need.
he kind of chuckles. He says, "You are bold. Go ahead and roll persuasion."
Good, because I have a persuasion +5. So that is a 9. I'm feeling lucky though. That is a 19 +5.
Yes. I can dig it.
So he says, "Listen, let me grab my scribe. We can write some bequests, some requisitions, and we'll do what best we can." You're hoping to eradicate the dragon itself, is what you're saying.
Yeah, isn't that
Is
why?
that not what you want us to do?
Well, that would be great. We would be truly grateful. I will send forthwith.
Here's my thought, Harbin. We actually encountered the dragon on the road. We fought him. We faced him. We're going to need help if we were to do that again. We survived, but it's going to be a while before we fight him. I need you to get us help from Neverwinter in the next several weeks before that happens again. So write this down. We need any type of protection against cold, whether that's... I need plate mail that will fit me, that'll protect me from ice. I am going to need armor for my companions, for an elf, for the raccoon here, and we're going to need these things as fast as you can. So make it happen. We've done for you, and now you do for us, and then we can do more for you.
I hear what you're saying, and
Good. Now, what's the pressing matter here?
The pressing matter? Well, the pressing matter is we've got to get the rest of these people back up to the logging camp. I'm not expecting you to take them back, but they've got to get back to get so Neverwinter will be in our good graces. Or for us to be in Neverwinter's good graces, we need to show that we're producing. Well, first of all, let me pay you. He throws you guys 2 bags, each full of 100 gold.
3 bags, Harbin.
Excuse me?
There are 3 of us.
I told you to give you 100 for the ranch and 100 for the logging camp.
Well, we also did not expect, to fight
dragon.
bugs a dragon and bugs the size of a house. So
Okay,
if
we'll,
you have
we'll
for
go
me,
off your
it'll
we'll
be
go off
for
your
me.
previous persuasion, and he's gonna throw you another 100.
Okay, thank you. Now, can you tell me where Adabra is?
Adabra, I'm assuming she's up on her hill.
She hasn't been into town recently.
She has not.
I thought we brought her into town.
She
Well,
had,
she
she'd come
probably
in at
went
one
back,
point
though.
during the town council, but she's
Oh,
back.
but then she left. Okay.
Yeah, she
Okay.
lives up there. So
Okay.
And Lady Greywind?
as far as I know, she's in the cloister. She doesn't speak to me much.
And the cloister
Or-
is okay. It's over there.
The
Yeah,
Lion Shield coaster.
the Lion Shield cloister, just right across the street.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you need of us, Harbin? Anything else the town needs?
Nothing for me. I have nothing. I have nothing for you. No.
Just out
Okay.
of curiosity, when are you up for re-election?
I'm an appointed official. I'm
Oh,
assuming
okay.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I'm just wondering about your local politics is all. No reason. Don't worry about it.
All right, Harbin. Just remember, we did what we said we would do. So, and then I'm going to. Shielda's going to start walking towards the coaster.
I do appreciate it. Okay. On the at the at the Lion Shield coaster, there is quite a few people there. Because it's a merchant's area, there is a lot of people trying to make very special requests. A lot of them are getting turned down by Lenine. She's kind of laughs them away and says, there's no way you could afford that or pay for that, but um, maybe come back with more coin or show more collateral, and we could get that requisition built for you. My family's not gonna waste money and time on those things. She's not being very helpful. There's a couple people who just kind of walk in and nod, and she nods at them, and they walk to the back, and then they don't come back out the front. They just walk to the back.
All right. So there's an open door. So I don't know what's a coaster. Lionhead Coaster. What is that?
It's just the name of her. It's the name of her establishment.
Okay, so it's a business.
Yeah, it's a front for the merchant family of the Lionhead.
Is this the
Okay,
front door or is this the front door?
The front door is right here.
Okay.
So I knock on the door.
Well, it's open. You can walk in. Like I say, you're
Okay.
seeing people. People are engaged with her, and there's a couple of other attendants they're talking with people. They're again, a lot of people are being turned away from the things that they're requesting and asking for, only because they just have no clout with her. There are other people who have come in who look like they're a little more like errand people. They don't look like they're the actual nobles themselves, but they're dressed in a finery as if they're on an errand. So when they walk in, they just kind of nod at her. She just kind of nods them back, and they go walking to the back of the, past the counter into the back room, and then disappear.
So I'm going to stand towering behind the people that she's talking to. I'm not going to interrupt, but just make myself known that I need to talk to you without being, without interrupting.
Yeah, well, when you all walk in, when the both of you walk in, she looks around, snaps her fingers. The attendants kind of shoo everybody out, and she closes the door. And says, "I think we have a bit of interesting business that we can do."
Keep
I agree.
talking.
But I've got to know where your allegiances lie.
Allegiances?
And
Lady Greywind?
where does your allegiance lie? Neverwinter has an interest in this town. We don't want it to fall. We don't want it wiped off the map. We also want to know that um, you're not just a shill for that town master.
Do you think we are?
Well, you've been doing his errands for quite some time now.
He's the one who's been paying us.
Indeed he has. Indeed he has. Look we've had enough cell swords through here that you come and go. What we're facing now is more than just a simple mercenary mission.
You think we don't know that?
Well, I don't know. I've heard rumors that you've actually faced the beast.
We have. What
and
are
you're
you
still
get,
here.
What are you gonna do for us?
Well, it's something maybe we can do for each other.
We're listening.
Look at the dragon that besets us is not the first to threaten the region. Between here and Neverwinter lies a barrow mound of the warrior whose magical dragon slaying sword helped fell a green dragon terrorizing the high road a century ago. Rumor has it that the dragon slayer's sword is buried there too. It's a mighty weapon that may provide us with the ability to eradicate ourselves from this beast. But the weapon, once used, would need to be brought back to me to get to Neverwinter. I
Why
myself
you?
can't retrieve it because my family is the family that wishes to see the lands free.
And you're the only family that wishes to see the lands free. So you're the
We're the only
one.
family. Well, we're a family with a vested interest in keeping it free.
It's
Free
one
from,
thing.
There are those that
free from
there are
what?
those
Free
that-
from the
there are
dragons?
those. Say again.
You want to keep it free from Neverwinter, free from the dragons?
We want to keep it a free land. Look at Harbin is appointed from nobles of Neverwinter, but we also think he's appointed by the Zentarum.
The what?
The Zentarum.
Can you spell that, Lady Greywind?
Spell it.
They're
What?
they're an evil band of red wizards.
And you think
Well, that's a simple enough test. You just need to throw him in the river and see if he floats.
they're manipulating the nobles?
ZHENTARIM.
And you think they're manipulating the nobles of Neverwinter, and they are pulling the strings of Harbin?
So when you hear the name Zentarum Shield, you recall being
Mhm.
told by Adaber Gwyn that was the group of people that the Harpers are trying to stop.
Right.
And so Lenine believes that Harbin, maybe even not completely known to Harbin himself, but the nobles that are holding the purse strings for Harbin, she believes they're part of the Zentarum.
So Shield pulls out the pin that Adabra gave him and shows it to Lady Greatwind.
Okay. Sure, her eyes go wide real quick, and then she gets her composure back and says, "Yeah, that would be who we're trying to assist. Like we've not taken up with any specific group. We're a family and a proud family, but this sword, we believe, would be the key to bringing this dragon down." Now, it sounds like you're going to require more than a pig sticker, though.
After almost being frozen and left to die and possibly eaten by the creature, it is a terrifying creature to face to face. If we had any assistance, some way to mitigate the effects that the dragon can put on us, anything that can help us, I promise you that we will return the sword to you after we use it to defeat the creature, if we're able to defeat the creature.
We need armor, lady.
Yeah, unfortunately, what you're wearing is probably not enough to stop the beast itself. I will make a consignment, and it'll take a little bit. In fact, we'll have to make it special for you, well, for both of you. Is your other companion still part of your
still
party?
alive. He is still alive. He
He's
says
with
to
us.
tell you hi.
He's looking for signs of boar on the outskirts of town.
Signs of boar?
Don't worry about it.
Have you heard of the priestess?
We're gonna worry about it. Let's worry about it.
Yeah, we're gonna worry about it. She's shown that she appears to have,
She's got an
better than a town.
ill-favored look.
Maybe, but our allegiance is with the people and helping people. I don't know where your allegiances are, Barrick, or what Fen believes, but As long as I can be helping people
You can be our moral
Getting-
compass for now.
and getting rid of the priestess of the boar is probably something that we should pursue.
So the orcs that they've pushed, that Caravane has pushed into our lands, are followers of Talos, is what you're telling me.
I believe that Talos wants Cryovane to rule the skies here.
That would make sense. That would allow the orcs to, one, be his minions, and two, find favor in these lands if they were able to eradicate all the humans.
That's what I was thinking.
That would be unfortunate for everybody.
Word.
Well,
But
if
we
you can
need
be
to-
patient, yeah.
Yes.
If you can be patient
How patient
and
we
wait,
talking, lady?
it'll take me a few weeks to get armor prepared for you lot, in your size and your cut. But I believe that we can do this. I believe that it'd be in all of our interests if we do so. But I would need your word that you would return the sword to my family.
Sure, why not? Word. Here
You
it
have
is.
my word.
Yeah. The word of an elephant. He never
Okay.
forgets.
Lady Greywind, thank you.
We appreciate it.
Has Adabra been by?
Adabra's not been back in town.
But no news of any further attacks.
None that we've heard of. There's been sightings supposedly of the beast in the sky, but it's been legions off and not anywhere near anyone we know.
Right. Well, thank you, Lady Greywind. I think we will take our leave for now.
I appreciate it.
And we walk out the door. I walk out the door. I don't know what Mike's doing.
Chill,
Finn,
I'm
you say
hungry.
you're 100? Are you really just 100 feet outside of town?
Yes, I'm 100 feet outside of town.
Okay, so roll a perception.
I got 19.
Ooh.
Okay, you are very, very much aware that someone is walking up to you. They're not walking up in a threatening way at all.
Do we
Barry,
lose
we
him?
just lost. Yeah, we just lost you, Barry.
Plus a-
DM's died. You probably hit a chord and your mic came out.
It was someone was threatening.
Doesn't know. I just pulled out both my swords. Swords and shanked them.
You got some George?
Got some
Put out all
swords.
your George?
They're a mix
I got my
between
swords.
swords and
You got my George. He's still
Rusted
not
said,
back.
"Here,
is he?
Steve, take these UGG boots. UGG boots. They're +2 to warmth.
To
Everything.
ugliness. Yeah, Barry don't even know he's gone. He's still talking.
He does. He's like snapping at himself. He's like, if I snap loud enough, then it'll work. Can you even hear us, Barry? So Barry can hear us. So if you move your mouth, we will guess what you're trying to say to Devon, and then we'll figure that out.
unplug it and plug it back in.
It says
Might just have to end it right here.
cliffhanger. That's a
Somebody
good
pulled his
cliffhanger.
network cable out.
Then a tall, long-haired elf walks up to you and says, "You left me, you bastard."
Shield.
Yes.
What's your play here?
What's my play?
Yeah.
Well, I've always been and I've always wanted to help where I can. If Lady Greywind can help us help the people of Phandalin, I don't care for Harbin. I have no interest to see Harbin. I mean, I don't want to see him. I don't care to see him removed, but I also don't think he does anything for this town.
Barrick slowly puts his dagger back in its sheath.
That's a very thin move. But I mean, if we can help, then we should help. And after I've seen the beast, and I will not. Something needs to be done.
Sounds like you're back, Barry.
No,
Nope,
that's
you're
Devon.
not. That was Devon. That was Devon. Never mind.
I think we might just have to end it right here and then we'll figure out a
Hello?
stuff. Hey,
There he is.
there he is.
We'll just end it after this conversation here.
Let me don my hat with a charisma +2.
I mean, we can see your head. It's okay if we see your head.
No, now the whole world knows. Your secret's out.
How they
two
know?
people who watch us, they know. Rested's putting it on Twitter.
Hasn't been. There's been one time it was. Sorry, I know you guys. I can hear you guys the whole time. So,
Strangers walking up on me, but I know that they're walking up.
yeah, you know they're walking up. So they're not making any attempt to be threatening whatsoever. They're just obviously just trying to seek you out and want to have a conversation. And if you look closer, no, it's a female figure.
Ooh,
And,
that was right.
yeah. As you look closer, it's Halia.
This one's Halia.
Yep, Halia Thornton.
She got a big old. She got
Yep.
a big old thingy.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know. Mike's going up the deep end.
Yeah.
Okay. Say, hello there, Halia.
Well met. Why aren't you with the rest of your friends?
This town and I don't agree.
And I don't agree with this town either.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
What are you doing
But I
out
do
here?
believe. Well, I don't know. I don't think that I could talk any of these idiots in town into helping me out.
Probably true. They are pretty dumb.
They are dumb, and I find them of
See any gnomes lately I can shoot?
poor character, and not very. And they follow this fool Harbin, no matter what he does or says. And I believe he's. I can't help but think that he's being led around by people with more nefarious intentions than anybody wants to admit.
Yeah, I have seen no evidence that would prove otherwise so far in my.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but there is another mine near the old Fandelver mine. And this mine is full of treasures beyond compare.
Like the sound of it. What's the catch?
The catch is we don't know what's happened to it. I supply miners, I give them their wares and their needs and their supplies, but I haven't had many come back lately. I think the miners are prepared to abandon Phandalin. And I would like to be there with them.
Okay, well, what would you like me to do? Do you want me to go check out the mine and see
Well,
what's
if you can
going-
talk, if you can talk your companions into heading, it's called the Mountain Toe. If you can talk your companions into heading that way and figuring out what's going on, and maybe even, I don't know, taking me with you, I'd like to just stay there and leave this poor excuse for a village.
I don't think that'd be a problem. They both like to help people out. There might be people in need. Help you. Anyone I can help get away from this pathetic excuse for a town.
Well, let them know. See what they think. I don't want them to think that we're abandoning Phandalin. That's not my full intention, but I don't know that I'll come back here.
Gonna go check out the mine, and whatever you do is.
Well, thank you, kind elf.
I'll meet you back here tomorrow once hopefully my companions come out soon. Give me a day to talk to them. Back and meet me out here. I'll be hanging.
Thank you kindly. And she just turns and takes her leave.
Interesting.
What are you talking about? You don't know about it. You weren't.
Steven is saying interesting, not shield. We're not muscling in on your stuff. Simmer down.
Okay,
I think
so
that's probably a good place
that's a
to
good
end
place
it.
to stop. It is a good place to stop.
Very cool. Everyone, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for playing.
Devon, thanks for hanging out even while you were sick. I am impressed by your constitution and being able to not fall asleep. Well done. I
I'm
hope
glad you
feel
didn't
better.
spontaneously combust.
Right?
Me as
That
well.
would be bad. So, Mike, Devon, Barry, and everyone in chat, thanks for hanging out. Until next time, it's time to shut up and roll for initiative. So, see you later.
Later.
Peace. All right, I am done recording.